stimulus checks, and the upcoming major announcements. Now, I am making this video based on some comments I recently received down below in the comment section from some of you right here in the community asking for an update and what is going on with these major announcements, as these 100% influence the approval and distribution of additional or future stimulus. So that's what we're going to talk about and clarify for you here in this video. Now, as long as we're talking about the comment section, I do want to give a few quick shout outs to Ken Johnson, Michael Fernandez, Pamela Avery, and Scott Hoagland, all of which reached out to that team of trusted advisors right there to get some help with their Medicare plans, as about 4,000 of you here in this community, actually just about 4,000 of you, have already called to get free help with your Medicare plan by calling that phone number right there. Now get this, Ken Johnson, the name that I just mentioned right there, he reached out in his comment after a quick phone call, again, to them to get some help with his Medicare plan. He is now saving $174 a month. A month. That's incredible. That's over $2,000 a year that Ken is now saving because he called them to get some help with his Medicare plan. That's pretty amazing, and I think Ken is probably pretty happy these days. And again, along with all of the other thousands of people here in this community, the average person, by the way, is saving $1,100, which is just less than $100 per month. So Ken is obviously saving significantly more than that based on what he said. But either way, $1,100 is still a very, very good savings, and that is the average savings for those of you on Medicare. Seriously, call them. It's 100% for free. Almost 4,000 of you here in the community have already called them. Absolutely incredible stuff right now. So again, if you're on Medicare, there's about 70 million of us out there. They will help you. They have access to over 20,000 plans. They will look through all of them and find you your best options. And a quick little pro tip, bring your wish list, tell them exactly what you want, and ask them all your questions. Bring your list of questions. Now next, after you talk to them, leave me a comment down below. Use the keyword chapter within your comment, and I'd love to give you a shout out, just like all the individuals I just gave a shout out to here in this video. And I look forward to hearing what you have to say and, again, how much they can help you. Again, 100% for free. Give them a call. If you're on Medicare, they will certainly help you out. All right, anyway, let's talk about these major announcements that are out there right now and how these 100% influence and predicate the distribution of the approval of additional stimulus going forward. Now, I'm going to say this much. I get questions about stimulus and stimulus checks every single day. I guarantee you on this video, where I'm talking about it, I will see questions down below asking about stimulus check. I 100% guarantee it. I'm literally talking about it right here, and there will be questions down below asking literally what I'm answering here in this video. Now, I'm going to throw this out there right away again, and I guarantee I'll see comments about this as well. I'm going to make this very, very clear. There is not, 100% not, a stimulus check right now, okay? I'm making that very, very clear. I guarantee you I will see comments down below as well saying, you said there's stimulus. No, I'm saying it very clearly right now. There is not a stimulus check right now, okay? However, let's talk about some different details as far as what's going on economically, because we are seeing some major shifting in the overall economy. Now, first off, I just want to say this much. You might think, I don't care about the economy. I'm here to learn about stimulus. Yeah, guess what? Stimulus is predicated on the economy, okay? I'm going to tell you something really quick. They don't care about us. That's just the truth. They do not care about us. We can ask, we can beg, we can plead, we can write all the letters, we can write emails, we can make phone calls, we can do whatever we want for all the lawmakers and ask them to give us a stimulus. They don't give a rip at all. They don't care about us whatsoever. We are pawns to them. I'm being fair with you right now. Here's what they do care about. They care about the economy, okay? That's what it comes down to. So when the economy comes a knocking and says, hey, it's me, the economy, I'm not doing very good. I'm feeling a little sluggish these days. I'm not growing at the rate that I want to be. I'm not performing like I want to be. Can you give me a little bit of an energy drink called stimulus? Can you provide me a little bit of stimulus? Guess who answers them or answers the economy immediately? Lawmakers do, yes, and the president, okay? They do this. When the economy comes a knockin', they answer very quickly. When we come a knockin', they say, get out of here, you pest. You know what I mean? Seriously, that's like what we are to them. We're a bunch of pests. But we're going to continue to be that way because I don't really care about the lawmakers. At the end of the day, we need to advocate for ourselves and we need to advocate for our situation. So I will continue to bother them as much as I possibly want because That's what we can do, right? That is our ability and our right. We can certainly do that. Anyway, point being is this. It all comes down to the economy. But here's the deal. The first half of this year was pretty nasty, right? But the second half of this year, and based on what we're seeing right now, here's what I want to point out for you. All of these tariffs, okay, I know that I talk about this sometime, and I know a lot of you don't really care. I'll try to make this quick here. The tariffs are going to crush this economy. It is not good. The tariffs that they're all implementing out there, all of these reciprocal tariffs and all this like that, it's not good for the economy. I don't care who you are. It's not good. It's not good for the economy whatsoever. Who pays it? We do. Okay. When tariffs are implemented, basically what that does is it reduces our purchasing power, and it makes a lot of people think, I don't want that. I'm not going to buy that. Well, guess what? When we contract on our purchasing, as in we don't buy as much stuff, obviously, that hurts the overall economy. And when you have a population of about 335 million people doing that, you really start to see the effects of that, okay? So that's number one, is that we're seeing the effects of the tariffs in a major way, not only in inflation, but also people pulling back on purchases because they think, prices have gone up. I don't want to buy that. I'm not going to pay that higher price. I don't know what the future holds. I'm going to hold on to a little bit of money that I may have just to make sure that I'm good for the future. A lot of people are doing this right now, okay? It may not be much, but the point is, if 335 million people are doing it, we're feeling the effects of that, okay? Next, the unemployment rate. This is super interesting because we have a couple different catalysts right now that are impacting the jobless numbers, the employment, the labor numbers, the unemployment rate, whatever you want to call it, basically employment in this country. There's about 185 million people of the 335 million people in this country that are employed. That seems like a weird number to me. I've just always been fascinated by this number. We have 335 million people in this country, and 185 million of them are working. I don't know. It just seems interesting, right? Anyway, we can talk about that in a separate video, but that's the number, okay? Point being is that we're seeing a couple different things happening. Number one, economy's slowing down. Businesses are not hiring at the rate that they were, okay? Businesses are laying off. They're letting go, okay, just because of the slowing economy. But then on top of that, we have this massive explosion, this proliferation of AI, right? You've seen this. You've heard me talk about it a little bit. We've seen this coming out of the woodwork like crazy, okay? So we have these couple different factors that are coming in, massively impacting the job and the overall employment market, you know? So what's happening is that less and less people are working. Okay, well, when less and less people are working, that means the unemployment rate is going up. Right now, it's still relatively healthy-ish, if I can say that. It's not great, but it's also not terrible either. However, I've been seeing some reports coming out saying we could easily be in the mid to high 5%, and I've seen some reports coming out suggesting we could be over 7% unemployment by the end of this year. I don't know about 7%, but we could be. We could easily be, okay? And if we really see the economic contraction that many people are suggesting that's still coming the second half of this year, you know, there's only a handful of months left of the year, but if we still see the contraction coming in that we have been hearing about and that people are suggesting, and we see unemployment hitting these huge numbers, 5.5%, high 5%, 6, 6.5%, 7+%, what do you think the lawmakers are going to do? Do you think that they're really going to sit on their hands on the sidelines and be like, drive herself right into go into the rocks? No, not a chance, right? Lawmakers will come in immediately, and they want to do what? They want to prop this thing back up. How do they do that? By artificially propping it up. How do they do that? Printing a bunch of money, by appropriating all kinds of money, hundreds of billions, trillions of dollars worth of stimulus in a variety of different ways, just like they do every single time in an economic slowdown, in economic contraction, when the unemployment numbers are rising rapidly. They literally do this every single time, okay? I would actually give you a little bit of homework if you want. Look at the last handful of recessions that we've had. They've done the exact same play out of the same playbook every single time. Look at the recession, the slowdown of 2020. We all know what happened then. Stimulus went out. The 2008, 2009 The great financial crisis, that whole situation. Look at that. $600 stimulus checks went out. Look at the dot-com, the whole meltdown then, 2000, 2001. They sent out stimulus then, $300 stimulus checks then, okay? They do it every single time. It's the same play out of the same playbook. They just continue to repeat, and it just gets bigger and bigger every time. Point being is that we're in this situation where we have this divergence of multiple different factors. We have AI taking over major parts of the economy and laying off tons of people. We see the economy slowing and being taken over by robotics, AI, right? At the same time, we see the tariffs coming in, hitting, jacking up inflation. The Federal Reserve is keeping interest rates very high and elevated, which again is hitting our finances, making things more difficult. We see unemployment going up, right? We see all these different factors coming in, making it more and more difficult for the average consumer out there, you and me and everybody else out there. We're not spending nearly as much. We're not doing as much economic activity. As a result, we're seeing that slowing down in the economy. Same thing with businesses, small, medium, and large. Same situation there. They don't have the capital. They don't have the funds to deploy. They don't want to. Interest rates are too high. Inflation is too high. Consumers are not there to buy. Why would they deploy extra capital to do all that? Right? So we're seeing all of this converging right now, and that's what's coming in and seeing this economy slow. Okay. So anyway, there's a lot of reports that are coming out right now saying like, hey, the recession warning signs and the recession signals are flashing so bright and red right now that we're getting into a very danger zone right now when it comes down to the recession. Now, here's the thing as well. We don't know what the next handful of months or the next whatever 3, 4, 5, 6 months are going to hold. We don't know. All we do know is that these things come in fast. They come in super fast. And here's the deal as well. A recession happens when things look relatively good. That's what happens. Like the market's looking very strong and good. Some of the economic data is coming in good. Why? Because it's lagging. It's all very much lagging. And then all of a sudden it's like, whack, whoops, someone dropped the ball. And all of a sudden now we're in a very bad situation. And that's just what happens, right? You don't see like a major, you don't see like a major economic contraction and a major dropping off of a cliff and a major economic contraction when the economy is already down at the bottom. You just don't see that, right? That's when you see the massive growth happening and the opposite. But when you're at the very highs and things are very good and rosy and everything's all peachy and everything looks good, that's when you see things happen and reverse very, very quickly, like what we saw in 2020, right? I know that was a little bit of a different situation, but not really. The catalyst was this thing that came and closed everything down. There's always a catalyst. There's always going to be a catalyst. This time, I've been saying this for a few months now. In my opinion, the catalyst this time is the tariffs. It's right here, staring us right in the face. The tariffs is going to be what takes us down this next time. Okay, they might have some other little excuse and say, oh no, it was this other little thing over here. No, I've been saying this for probably 6 months now. The tariffs are going to take us down. They're going to take us down again. And that's whatever. I mean, it just is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. But point being is that for those of you out there looking for, praying for, asking for, begging for, rooting for, whatever you want, some kind of stimulus or stimulus check, this is what it comes down to. It's the economy. Okay, it's all about the economy. And I know that some of you here in the community get sick and tired of hearing me talk about this, but that's what it is. It's the economy. If we see a major crash in the economy, get ready, because they're going to flood this economy with stimulus. Okay, by the way, they have another package coming up here, like very soon in the next handful of weeks to months here. They have another one. Early next year, they have another package coming. They could add stimulus into any of these if they just so wanted to. They could easily do it, okay? It's a reconciliation bill. They have the ability to do these, and they can add stimulus into them all they want of virtually any dollar amount, okay? So anyway, those of you that have been asking, here you go. This is what it's all about. This is where we're at right now, and I hope this helps you. Again, another huge, huge shout out to Ken Johnson, Michael Fernandez, Pamela Avery, and Scott Hoagland, the four of you, as well as the roughly 4,000 here in the community that have called that team of advisors right there to get some help with your Medicare plans 100% for free. They have access to over 20,000 plans. They're helping a ton of people save a ton of money, get better coverages, make sure that they're properly covered, and getting better fits with their plans. And again, like I said earlier, bring your wish list. Tell them exactly what you want. Bring your list of questions. You can do this. It's okay. No problem whatsoever. I would encourage it. Bring your list of questions. Bring your wish list. Call them right there. Phone number waiting for you. It's 100% for free, okay? Anyway, again, Scott Hoagland, by the way. Really good comments, by the way. Thank you, Scott. But Ken Johnson, seriously, $174 a month of savings from calling them. That's incredible. I would imagine that that Ken Johnson was on the phone with them for, I don't know, 15, 20, maybe 25 minutes, depending on his situation. I don't know. It probably was not very long, but to save $174 a month, over $2,000 a year, that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Anyway, after you talk to them, leave a comment down below. Use the word chapter within your comment. That's the keyword that I search for. I'd love to give you a shout out in a future video and feature you in a community post like you've been seeing me put out there lately as well. And again, it's 100% for free. Anyway, please subscribe down below, 100% free. If you're new here or if you've not done so yet, please feel free to like the video, thumbs up button down below, share the video, big share button right down below as well. There's a lot of people out there that need this information and to better understand what's going on right now, as well as share that phone number right there with anybody that you know that is on Medicare. There's 70 million of us out there that are on Medicare. Friends, family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, coworkers, parents, neighbors down the street, neighbors down the hall, your social media, anybody that you know on Medicare, share that phone number. It's okay. Let's help some seniors out. Let's help some people with disabilities. Anybody on Medicare, let's help some people save some money right now. At the end of the day, do you want the government taking that money or do you just want to save that money, right? That's what's happened to it. Anyway, this is totally free. They will help you. And let me know how it goes. Love to hear from you. Otherwise, enjoy your day. Take care. Check out the other 6,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos down below in the description or popping up on your screen. Check those out. Until next time.